different if you were just a young man sowing your oats?
I am.
And you had let all these women know that, listen, I'm a dating man, I'm single, but you're not single.
I am.
You're not single. You are married to her.
That was an accident. That was
No.
So now it was an accident.
Okay.
So now it was an accident.
And so,
right.
And so I hope you are not suggesting that your relationship with her is an accident because you have 3 children with her and a family as well. In addition, you have another child with Ms. Austin.
the kids. I love my kids dearly, but I shouldn't have
You
got
just
married.
don't love their mothers.
Correct.
So let me ask you this.
Correction, he's lying because he was texting me a couple of weeks ago telling me how he still loved me. So you honestly still love me. You just the relationship just over with.
You married to him.
Yes, but we're trying to get divorced. I want nothing
Well,
to do with
I'll
right
give you
here.
all this news flash. You're still married until you divorce. And you have 3 children who are counting on you to handle that maturely and respectfully, unlike how you acted in here today. Now, let's go back to Miss Austin. Have you gotten yourself together? You okay? Step on up here. I want to hear from you. Now, you say you are the soon-to-be Mrs. Wallace, even though that's technically still his wife. What are you thinking that you're engaged to a man that's still married? That don't make no sense.
And then he's gonna be in a relationship with you and say the same thing. He cheated because he boring and you can't cook. So why would you do the same stupid thing I did?
Miss Reed, give Miss Austin a chance. I really want to know from you. What are you thinking?
Probably just falling for what he tells me. What's he saying?
You falling for what he tells you? But if you hear what he's done and all of these accounts of these women, do you realize all you all are telling the same story? It's the same story. What are you thinking? Why would you say you want to be Mrs. Wallace?
I thought Rael got himself together. I thought he pulled himself together to be in a relationship with me. That's what I thought.
You did? Why did you think that?
He stopped doing everything. He stopped cheating. He even, gave me his phone.
But did you know that Miss Reed said he just texted her a couple weeks ago and said he wanted to be with her and Miss
me.
Roberts?
I didn't know that he texted Dominique. I didn't know that he texted Kendra. I didn't know. This is all new to me today.
That's false. I didn't text them.
Your Honor,
So you're a changed man?
Yes.
Your Honor, the cycle is not gonna stop with Rael.
All right. You know what? I'm going to get to the paternity results in a moment, but first, I need to read the results of Mr. Wallace's lie detector test. Jerome, can you hand me the envelope, please?
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Mr. Wallace, you were administered a lie detector test. In advance of taking the lie detector test, you admitted to having sex with 4 other women that were not involved in this case during the past 3 months. Before you were ever asked a question. You just admitted it. So during this test, you were asked, other than what you told me, have you had sex with any other women in the past 3 months? You had admitted in advance that you had sex with 4 other women that weren't involved in this case, and the lie detector indicated that you were telling. If you want more episodes of Paternity Court, make sure to subscribe and click on the notification bell. So during this test, you were asked, other than what you told me, have you had sex with any other women in the past 3 months? You had admitted in advance that you had sex with 4 other women that weren't involved in this case, and the lie detector indicated that you were telling the truth. So, this means you had sex with 4 other women, not Ms. Austin, not Ms. Roberts, not Ms. Reed, in the past 3 months. That's what you admitted to, and the lie detector confirmed it. Now, Ms. Austin, do you still want to be Mrs. Wallace, knowing this?
No.
I can't hear you.
No.
It seems like it almost hit you by surprise, like you weren't expecting to hear that. Look at me. Don't be ashamed. Look, first of all, let's really keep it real. You're not the first woman nor the only woman in this room that has loved the wrong man for too long. So that right there, let's just be honest with that. Look, and Ms. Reed is clapping for you on that. So you don't hold your head down, lift your head up. So you made a bad decision. You love somebody that didn't love you back the way you wanted them to. That's human nature. We go through that as women. But what I want to understand is, do you understand clearly what I've been trying to say to you?
Yes.
That you've got 3 women in this room telling the same story of lies about one man. Now he's admitted in advance of taking the lie detector test, you know what? Why even take the lie detector? I'll just tell the truth. What I don't understand is, Mr. Wallace, you tell me all the truth, but you don't tell anybody you're sleeping with any truth. But you stand in here, and when I ask you something, you just say, yep, that's correct. That is correct.
They know what I am. They know what I do.
So, listen, I'll tell you what you are.
A liar,
Thank you.
a cheater,
You
a
is too.
heartbreaker. No, don't say I
Cheated
am
on
nothing.
you because you cheat on me.
No, you didn't.
If
No,
I could go
is
back
that
to
the
hands
lie?
of time, I would have did more things when I was with you.
Is that the lies you said?
So what you're saying is, if you could go back in time,
And
you
sleep
would
with
cheat
more
on your
women,
wife
yes,
more.
I would do it again.
Because you feel
Because
like
she is a whore. She cheated on me. She slept with my friends.
He started
She
saying,
is
"Who's
a
your
whore.
friend?"
She has about 6
Let's get some
boyfriends
order.
right
Let's
now.
get some order.
You don't come on here and try to act like
Hold on,
you
Mr.
so perfect.
Wallace, you're not going to address a
listen
woman
to
in
me.
this courtroom that way.
That
You
is not
better
acceptable.
pipe yourself down.
Oh, man.
Listen.
And
Listen to me. You don't flip people off. You don't use profanity in my courtrown. You understand me?
No.
You want to go out of here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mr. Wallace, get out the court. Get out the court.
And don't
You know
touch me.
what?
Hey,
You
what are you gonna do
sorrier
about
than
it?
I thought you were.
Let's go.
Get
We're going
out
out of
the
the courtroom.
courtroom, Mr.
Don't be done.
Wallace.
You don't be
Mr.
done.
Wallace,
Go out.
leave the
God, don't scare
courtroom.
me.
Go out of the
I'm from
courtroom.
Chirac, boy.
Leave
I don't care. Go out of
the
the courtroom.
courtroom, Mr. Wallace. Mr. Wallace, I know you had to have a moment. Sometimes we have to have that in life, but I'm glad you're back.
I'd like to apologize to you and the court and the bailiff and to Miss Reed and Miss Austin and Miss Roberts as well. The thing is, where I'm from,
Go ahead, baby. Talk. Tell me.
came here for my kids. I never had a father.
Take your time.
I never had anybody to show me how to treat a woman or to be a man, or I'm just here for my kids. Where I'm from, the way that I treat women, it's the only way I know. That's the only thing that's accepted from where I'm from. Just need help just need help.
And that's why we're here. What do you want from this? Because, let's be honest, you didn't have to come.
I want to be a better father and a better role model to my kids.
Yes. I need to say something to you now that you've made your apology. As I sat here earlier and watched you, I said to myself, wow, this guy's really acting like a jerk. But I think the important word in that sentence was acting. Because what we see now is you're really not that jerk. That's a tough exterior you put on to mask a lot of the hurt that you felt. It's from the things and the issues you've been a victim of. Your childhood, not having a father. And I want to say to you in front of everybody that you could have walked out that door and never come back. And that's what a boy would have done. And what did you do? You walked back in. I'm proud of you for that. I'm so proud of you for that. Because when you say to me, I've never learned how to treat a woman or how to be in a relationship, that's the truth, and that's what this courtroom is about. Sometimes you got to lay it on the line, because when you tell the truth, that's where people know where to meet you. I want to meet you exactly where you are. You say, Judge, I don't have a clue. And I say, you know what, Roniel, I got your back. And we are going to make sure you have the resources to become the kind of man and the kind of father I know you want to be, okay? Now it's time for the DNA results. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, Miss Austin, because things were so volatile, it was an emotional time, I'm going to ask that you leave the courtroom. And Jerome, if you could escort her
Through that door.
Thank you. And I'm going to ask Ms. Roberts back in. Welcome back, Ms. Roberts. You all right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Like I told Mr. Wallace, sometimes in life we have a moment where we let our anger get the best of us, but I think it's a wonderful thing that you were woman enough to walk back through that door and come and get the truth you came here for, okay? Are you ready for the results? Okay. Jerome, will you hand me the envelope, please?
Certainly. There
Thank
go,
you.
Donna. You're welcome.
This report, as prepared by DNA Diagnostics, reads as follows. In the case of Roberts versus Wallace, when it comes to baby Danielle Wallace, Mr. Wallace, you... Do you want to watch Paternity Court on TV? Go to paternitycourt.tv to find your local listings. In the case of Roberts versus Wallace, when it comes to baby Danielle Wallace, Mr. Wallace, you are the father.
I gotta go.
Mr. Wallace, how you feel?
I'm glad that he's my son, and I apologize for all the pain and suffering that I caused all three of these women for like the past 2 years. It's been going on every day, and I apologize.
You know, there are times in life when you have to just look at a situation and know, I have just done everything possible that I could do wrong. You blew it. Okay, now what? You stated your truth. You've made an earnest apology, and we know it's earnest. And look what we have here. Thank you, Miss Roberts. Come on back in. I believe Mr. Wallace wanted to say something to you. He said it when you left. Mr. Wallace, go ahead.
I apologize to you for everything I put you through. You're a great mother to my son, my other kids that I have with everybody else, and to the rest of your kids. You've been nothing but nice since I met you. You're a good person and a great mother, and I apologize.
Very good. Ms. Roberts, is something you'd like to say?
Yes. I just feel like, you know, it ain't been nothing but like favoritism with my son ever since I had him. From the stuff they done said about him and stuff, he is an innocent baby. Like, I ain't have a father in my life, so I don't want my kids to grow up not having no father in their life. And all the times he wasn't around him, just because if he was with her or the Mary or whatever, I felt like that wasn't right. I feel like if you get one, get the other, no matter what they say, how angry you think they gonna be. And I felt like my baby didn't deserve that, period.
He didn't. And you know what? While you were outside of the courtroom, Mr. Wallace has already said that he intends to right his wrong. And he wants to be the father to his children, all of them. So now, for your child's sake, you have to encourage his father. You hear me? Ms. Reed, can you support that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Wallace, looks like to me this day turned out a lot better than you thought. Okay? I'm counting on you. Those children are counting on you. Get it done. Nowhere to go but up from here, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Court is adjourned. So we have learned that Mr. Wallace is in fact the father of Ms. Roberts' child. How do you feel?
I feel happy.
Why do you say that?
So now Rainiel can stop saying that the little boy isn't his, and now the little boy can have a father.
Good. I wish you all the best of luck and take care of that baby girl.
All right.
Okay? All right.